Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the Irish Hills of Michigan, site to race number 22 of the 2008 NRSL Coke Vanilla Cup Series season. And alongside me once again for the weekend is Stephen Paul III.
Hello, guys. No traveling. Triple header weekend.
Yeah, first time in about a month or two that we've had a triple header where they're all at the same track. Grabbing the pole for Duel 1 will be the 26 of James Qualls, which will lock himself into the race. Starting alongside him will be Tristan Wilhoit, who is also locked into this race on points. Row 2 will be Stephen Paul III, Sam Young, with Zachary Fitzwater, Max Anderson in row 3. Samet Ozkan, Kenny Moma in row 4, and Algie Baranowskis and Kara Arenthate in row 5. I'll show you the rest of the starting grid a little bit as Stephen goes through his thoughts and predictions.
Needless to say, in other years that had Wreckfest, last year was a really good race. We had a lot of passing, and Zach DeLow won, a very surprise winner. So it gives a lot of hope. This is kind of an SS track, so everybody has a shot to win this race. With 5 races left to the chase, this is where it begins. And our final row is obviously Robert Pollard again.
I love how you said it's kind of an SS track.
I mean, it kind of isn't. It's about the draft trying to get. It's kind of like an old style Daytona before the repaved track, and getting into the field is going to be important now. With 13 winners, the battle between Keidemann and Randolph should be getting interesting.
Let's go trackside for the command. Sorry.
Drivers, start your engines.
Go ahead and continue.
It should be interesting here. Qualls does not have a win tonight. Tristan, the 99th in the owner's chase, but Tristan's trying to get a win himself, so a good starting position will help them out on Sunday.
As the field rolls off, no issues there. Only 2 of the drivers in duel number 1 are actually locked into this race on points. We mentioned Tristan Wilhoit is one of them. Mary Shelley in the 08 is the other one. That said, locked into this duel through the winner's row actually is both of the drivers who are locked in. We have Mark George, who's locked in on the winner's row, and he comes into this race 7th in the points, as well as the 87 Max Anderson, also locked in through the winner's row. He is 3rd in points coming in.
And in this duel, we don't get to say this often. Mary Shelley and Robert Pollard are 4 winners at this track, so that's kind of interesting.
Not very many of the former winners actually in this duel. None of the former pole sitters of this track are in this duel. So
that's correct. As Sam Young, we've seen Sam Young. I mean, this isn't a mile and a half, but that front row's a mile and a half and 2 mile track, but really strong.
You caught yourself.
So look for Sam. Yeah, I caught myself there. They've been really good. They ran good at Las Vegas, Indy, and there's a few other like mile and super speedway tracks they're running really well at.
They've definitely had a little bit of momentum, although they've had a little bit of a rough patch as well the last week or two in terms of the luck. As the pace car pulls off, they'll leave the field under control of the 2 Roush cars on the front row, as obviously a home track for all the makes, and we are green for Duel 1.
Yep, as the 99 jumps to restart.
Max Anderson already quick to make it 3 wide as Wilhoit's going to get the lead into turn number 1. Qualls still there, though, as they go off turn 2.
Yeah, just got to keep it on here. Right there. No caution, so if we wreck, we're going to keep going.
Yep, and an early wreck is what I would be most fearful of, especially as they're in the pack. As
getting a little loose right there.
Going up the track a little bit. It's going to allow Qualls to clear for the race lead.
Yeah, this is everybody's
together. 4 wide right here. That's Pollard, Baranowskis, Arenthate, and Mary Shelley.
Here comes Tristan for the lead, though, but they're going to die right here.
Well, they get back to 3 wide momentarily.
Tristan to the race lead. He might have to pit there for jumping the restart.
We're hearing it's just fine. He gave the spot back. As field hanging in there. Wilhoit now going back for the race lead after letting Qualls get to the lead again.
They get so loose off turn 3, they just start wobbling up the track.
Well, going into 3, you mean. Yeah. As Max Anderson going to try and make the move for 2nd. Qualls might just try and ride around a little bit.
Samet finished 2nd in Indy. He won the DNQ race last week, so he's got a little bit of momentum on his side.
As nearly 4 wide back here. That's Alexander Rowe there on the inside of the 9 that got it back to 3 wide.
Yeah, that was a great save right there. Gardner, who had a heartbreak last week here, he comes technically his home track.
I think he would go more for a Watkins Glen, actually. Again, 4 wide behind them. That is now the 18, 31, 15. I see the 66 is in. Oh, trouble!
There we go.
JT Bryant, Cole Deaver in it. Henry Williams and Alexander Rowe are going to be the big losers on that one.
Yeah, the 18, 15 are higher in the points, so that's not going to kill him too much.
William Brock also got a piece of it. Ethan Keideman, Robert Pollard got by it. Jackie Tang gets through.
Yeah, a little separation now because of that. Just you pinch, you pay, you know?
That one is exactly what happened there. The 18 came up the track into the 15. We saw it live, so.
Race leader is still Will Hoy as we clearing the smoke here.
As Qualls back up to second. Alger Baranowski's looking to go for third right now.
Yeah, good run by Baranowski's there. Transfer spot right now would be...
Last time by was Duncan.
Yeah, he's got William Flickinger's 10 car, sails it.
Kenny Moma trying to go around the outside. Didn't quite work for him though through 3 and 4, just a little bit too high to make it work.
Yeah, the bottom groove is definitely the groove to go, it looks like.
Kyle Matthews looking for a spot inside the top 10, looking to try and pass the 29.
CM Young tried that crossover move, Aaron Thay moved from the transfer spot that last lap.
Correct. Right now on the outside looking in, that should be in this pack, would be the 77. In fact, actually move being made for the transfer spot there with the 37.
Yeah, if you get on that high line in turn 3, it looks like it's not going to work. You got to be on that bottom line, arc in the corner.
As William Flickinger going to also try and give himself a little bit of protection there as he'll pass Stephen Paul III. Move the 84 back to the transfer spot now.
Yeah, this pack is still together besides the 3 cars that wrecked back there.
Well, actually, it's just the 2 of them, I think. Yeah, well, JT Bryant's losing it a little bit, which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
and then obviously those 2, so.
Yeah, JT is not locked on the winner road possibility yet, so he's going to have to hope. But it's Kenny Moma and Mary Shelley
up the track. Had maybe a little bit of help there from the 10.
Yeah, the 10's all over the track. Rookie driver right there. Duncan to the bottom side.
Matt Duncan working his way up towards the front. Now up into 11th. Going to have to fend off from Pretty Shaw, though.
There we go.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
All right. I said every week.
It didn't come across your mic. Zachary Internet gremlins already playing Havoc. Nice. Zachary Fitzwater passes Kyle Matthews. That was for the 7th position. Kenny Moma also going to make a move there. And Baranowskis, Max Anderson trying to make a move on James Qualls. 3 wide for second.
3 wide. Yeah, good move right there.
Well, I mean, to be fair, this is also a spot where you don't really need to go 3 wide.
All right, I am back. That's good. Mark George is the transfer spot.
Yep. Baranowskis now going to go side by side with the 87. This allows Qualls to get out in front of him.
Yeah,
someone was pitting.
A little bad time to pit, buddy.
It's Brian Hart in the 55 with issues to the Napa Toyota. 41st in the points, and that's not going to help.
That's Napa doesn't know how to know how.
So I'm assuming issues for the Napa Toyota as he brings it down to Brian Hart brings it down to his crew.
And seal it. Nope.
Oh, must be under the hood.
Yeah, Napa does not. Napa needs to get a new transmission.
Brian Hart coming back out on track as you saw it there a little bit in the background. So whatever was the issue, they got fixed. No tires, or at least I didn't see tires go on the 55. So unfortunate for them. Not going to make this race, it looks like.
Looks like Keiderman's going into one of the Pollett's cars, or Halleck's at this rate.
Well, currently in 24th, needs to gain a few spots. Currently, the transfer spot looks like it's going to be the 84 this time around.
Yep, getting down here. Yeah, no, it's going to be Mark George.
Oh, it's still Mark George. So McDowell actually gained 2 spots that lap.
Yeah, a short DNQ race though. This is like 10 laps short of the Cup race last year, so laps gonna go by quick, especially caution free.
Kenny Moma and Matt Duncan battling for a spot inside the top 10.
Yeah, two rookie drivers right there. Oscon puts it down right there.
Trying to make some moves for the 8. As remember, all these spots, what it is for these drivers who are trying to race their way in, it's all about improving their starting spot.
Unless you're James Qualls. Adam McDowell in the transfer spot right there, holding up Evans, Pollard, and Ambrose.
Yep.
Might have a green flag pit stop, maybe not. I don't expect so.
It's unlikely. As Gardner trying to make a move on the 87. This is a car that has definitely been running well the last few weeks.
Yeah, Gardner.
I cut out again.
Gardner.
All you said was Gardner. That's all I heard.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Is that the guy who's been running good the last few weeks?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Kyle Matthews.
I mean, he's making races, so for where they're at in points, that's good.
Yeah, Kyle Matthews is up here too. Remember the 4? Oh my
God!
God,
Up the middle for the 48 low Chevy.
Yeah, no prisoners right there with that move.
What a move that was. Gets past the 87, trying to take the fight to the 26 as well.
Yeah, they're trying to get a win. The 48's never won in the series before.
It's just trying to get any type of a win at this point, I guess. As Fitz, nearly troubled there. Contact between the 6 and the 8 as they came off turn 4.
Mary's going to go with Matt right there.
Definitely going to try and help the 6 go by. Anything to move forward there on that line. As Fitzwater's going to get the run off turn 2. He's going to clear the 25 down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Tristan's saying see you later, Holmes.
Sam Young going to try and do the same as there are less than 6 laps to go in duel number 1.
Yeah, Adam McDowell continues to hold off Rob Evans and Pollard there.
And looks like Baranowski is going to be able to try and help follow the 25 through here down the front straightaway. Kenny Moma also trying to pass our pole sitter as now 3 wide in front of Kyle Matthews.
Just got to be careful, you guys and female are in the race. Don't want to do anything stupid.
True. As Adam McDowell still holding down the transfer spot as Fitzwater has caught the 99.
Fitzwater won last weekend in Milwaukee, so he's got a little momentum on this side.
2 weeks ago, actually, by the time this goes up.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, so a little momentum here.
Up the hill goes.
Don't wreck the car. Don't wreck him, Duncan.
Yeah, that's a teammate. That's a teammate back there who's on pole for this race.
Yeah, they got really
3
close
wide
right
there
Mark
now
George
with the 87.
Mark George is getting passed by McDowell and Rob Evans. That's huge for people trying to race in. It's three-way free ride right
that's
here.
actually the battle for, it's the battle to not be in the transfer spot, I should say. 44 currently has the transfer spot. And here comes Rob Evans looking for it. Pollard's going to try and pass the 9.
Yeah, they are on the high side of death right there.
Ambrose actually going to try and use that high side to his advantage. Not going to be able to do so.
3 laps to go right here. Robert somehow has lost the draft. Oh, Higgins Pretty Shaw on the bottom.
Pretty Shaw was trying to, not able to get there due to the draft apparently.
Yeah, Adam holding off Rob Evans, like I said, once again.
As the battle currently in terms of for the transfer spot is not even for the transfer spot, it's for 19th.
Yeah, he can't even pass to this track. It's a little difficult. Here comes Rob Evans.
Evans trying to make a move for that transfer spot though on the 44.
Trying to get into the field right here.
No pit stops yet as they're coming down to 2 laps to go, thankfully.
Yeah, if anybody pit this lap, that would not be good. Tristan Wilhoit has checked out on the field.
Well, he has dominated this dual race, but it's not necessarily a checked out situation anymore as now the top 5 are right there.
These guys could win it right there as Mark George is 17th that last lap.
Oh, yeah, apparently. Oh, that's because Rob Evans now is up to 16th. Yeah. As Gardner moves the 34 up out of the way for 3rd. You'll see the white flag this time by for Tristan Wilhoit. These drivers, they're in the race right now. Doesn't really need to do anything.
Yeah, so if McDowell passes the 66, that's going to be big for the people trying to race their way in.
More issues for the 55.
Yeah, Napa doesn't know how again.
So whatever it was underneath the hood on that car must not have made it fixed it entirely, as Brian Hart with more issues there.
Fitzwater's gonna get there. He's gonna have a shot.
He's
right
gonna have
there.
a shot. He's gonna peak. Fitzwater's there.
He led the entire race, and he chokes.
And off turn number 4, Zachary Fitzwater's only gonna lead the last 500 feet of Duel 1.
Oh man! And Mark George is gonna sneak in, maybe.
Gardner ends up 3rd. Sam Young also races in. Will Hoyt will race in. As apparently these drivers had to pit, I guess. So did JT Bryant. I'm kind of confused on that. Kenny Moma races in. Alge Baranowskis races in. Oh, this is an issue because he's still racing back to the line.
That's your teammate.
Henry Williams is still technically racing back to the flag.
For nothing.
Where was I going with this? Max Anderson races in. Samet Ozkan raced in as they're coming down the pit lane. Let's just go to the results. Also racing in William Flickinger, Matt Duncan, Pretty Shaw, Mary Shelley, Mark George, Adam McDowell, and Rob Evans.
And Marcus Ambrose, Keineman's getting subbed in, Robert Pollitt missed, and Cole Deaver's going to the house most likely with Tang.
Looking at the bottom of the results, Brian Hart 2 laps down with whatever issues they had. Henry Williams, Alexander Rowe, and JT Bryant apparently had to pit late. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Oh man, what is this? Is this race 22, Charles?
Yes.
That means the 13's gonna miss 9 out of the last 10 races. That's a steaming F right there.
You know what though? I mean, you look at how many of these drivers, some of them are actually getting up there in terms of how many in a row they've missed. But with that said, we'll take a short break here and we'll bring you back for duel number 2. And we are back with duel number 2 as getting set to go here. Henry Sanford locks up the pole position for the round of Michigan with a pole speed of 34.559, just 8 thousandths quicker than James Qualls' pole sitting time in duel 1. Dylan Young, Jonathan Zorline in row 2. You have Peter Onjek, Brett Moma in row 3. Tim Randolph, Chris Louviers in row 4. Jack Halleck alongside Zach Rogers in row 5. And show you the rest of the grid here for duel number 2.
We have both drivers with having the D&Q streak records in the field. Let's see if both of them can make it.
Yeah, neither one of them starting in the top 18 in this either, so let's see.
Drivers, start your engines!
I just noticed the game was very beneficial in this one, like it was in the last one.
Yep.
That didn't work out well for the person that we thought it was beneficial for, though, in Duel 1, so.
Yeah. Charles, this is one of your best racetracks. Can the 05 actually make this race?
We'll have to wait and see, obviously.
Front row looks like Darlington last week, but before Gene pitted.
For Duel 2, drivers that are going to be locked in that we'll be watching to see if they can race their way in. Chris Wilson in the 22. I think I forgot to mention it. Jeffrey White is also locked in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 18's locked in now. That's an important one.
Yeah, like I said earlier.
Yeah. Well, it didn't happen. It wasn't when you said it though. Matt Dixon's also locked in this duel, and the 12 of Adam Flickinger is also locked in. Those are on points. Locked in through the winner's row because of duel number 1 is the 88 of Jonathan Zorline. So obviously, if those drivers can race their way in, it will push that bubble down a little bit. Oh, I just realized 42 didn't race in, and now is already locked into the winner's row. Whoops.
Yep.
So that actually that means the 84 already cannot fall back on the winner's row.
Great.
It also means the 21 and the 19 cannot fall back on as the pace car is off. So getting ready to go green here as we are green for duel number 2. Not a great start though for the 47.
That was a horrible start. Duel 2 is always the craziest duel. Here goes Brett Moma. Where the heck?
Brett Moma from row 3 already going for second because of the poor start by the 47.
I'm telling you, this could be anybody could win Michigan, and Brett Moma's showing it right now as he's up to second.
Already 3 wide towards the back of the field.
Yeah, duel 2, like we've always said, is the craziest duel, so.
Well, they were 3 wide. They got back down to 2.
Oh, 4 wide almost.
Well, just I say that, they're back to 3 wide. The 27, 83, and 24. 3 wide was not the issue in duel 1. It was the 4 wide and specifically down the front straightaway.
Yeah, pinch pay, like we saw with the 1588.
18, yeah.
They're going to wreck right here. And unexpected in duel 2 is Peter Onjak pushing his fellow below 55th in points brother and Brett Moma on the front straightaway here.
And the Indy winner, Tim Randolph, on the inside there as well, looking to try and move his way up as Moma loses the nose in turn 3.
They must have brought the same super speedway cars. Oh, man.
4 wide back here.
Oh,
that
God,
is the 38-82. They get back to 3.
Oh, no, they would. Oh, I thought they were going to die right there. Oh, my Lord.
Jessica Shelton, a former Michigan winner, and former Michigan native, actually, in the field.
He is way up the track.
Zach Rogers, Adam Flickinger's now in the middle there. Gets it. Go ahead.
Sorry, the 12 uses the provisional. He's down. He could miss Riverside at this rate if he keeps going.
Well, he could. He's got 2 provisionals now, thanks to getting one added on to his total for the 3 attempts.
Oh, God, this ain't going to work. Where you going, Seth?
4 wide there for a moment with Louvier. Louvier gets out of it.
Yeah, Louvier's made 4 straight races. He doesn't want to miss another one and get some momentum killed. Oh, God, 22.
Especially since this is actually a good track for that 43 team in the past.
Yeah, they actually won here. The Wolf 43 has a win here, so that's good for them. Oh, God, teammates. The teammates get together on the backstretch. So
I didn't see it. I missed it there. Whoops. Gene Sanford making it 3 wide there for a moment. Now just side by side as Peter Onjak going for the race lead.
They must have brought the Vegas card here.
Must have shared some notes there with the 29 from Duel 1 or something.
Yeah.
Or 29 shared some notes.
Yeah, RCR doing well besides the Beaver and the 31. Some contact maybe right there. I'm not sure.
And
Dylan Young with a
Dylan Young looking for second now down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Dylan's last win is coming up. He won at Riverside last year.
Coming up on the one year mark since the win, at least.
Yeah, every car is not crashed. Nobody's crashed yet, so they made far the last one.
As that time around, transfer spot was the 27 of Jack Halleck.
Yeah, oh man,
that was Shelton. That was up the track there in the 21 car.
Dan there took down the fence up there. 19 car right there. Wasn't Moma going for the lead at one point?
On lap 1 or 2, yeah.
Here comes the 2 from the final row. He's making a lot of ground
up. As well as the 46 up the middle for LaPlante.
LaPlante missed 10 or 11, 13 straight races. He wants to make one, for God's sake.
Oh, so does the 05 that's up on that outside line. They haven't made a race since Pig Stadium, and Charles Sanford has yet to make a race this year.
He has the record at 15. Jesse Turner, man, look at Jesse go.
41 just driving up on that outside. Obviously, with the results of Duel 1, knows that he cannot fall back on the winner's row, meaning he has to race his way in.
Yeah, so Charles has 1 win, 3 top 5s, and 5 top 10s at Michigan, and he's running 20.
And a DNQ.
With a DNQ. And, yeah, they're running that way. 12 car in the back of this pack. That is not what Adam's looking for.
That is definitely not. 22nd right now as the top 19 are starting to break away from this pack. That is definitely not what those guys need back there.
Charles, when's your retirement party coming?
Hey, I never agreed to retiring if we don't make it.
Well, I think at this rate you should. As Onjak loses the lead there.
Well, I don't know if he ever really had it, as Dylan Young now going around the outside for the second spot.
Time Pollitt in the field right now, but we already know he's getting his feet warm for somebody else.
Right now, I mean, he's the only...
4 wide back there.
Right now, he's the only Red Bull car that would be in the race.
They were 4 wide down the back.
They got it back down to 3, wherever it was. As now Dixon trying to reel back in the 1 of Delon Bohemian. and trying to lead this field, this pack of cars back up into the main pack.
I think, Charles, you're going to need $11 million to save your career.
Yeah, that just dropped.
27 car in the fence almost. Sky Commons.
That was Halleck that was mentioned there. Sky Commons also up the track.
Awesome plan. The Woeful 46. I mean, they didn't win with John Azalea in season 2 either, so hasn't been too great for the 46 team in the 2 seasons they ran.
And right now, not looking all that promising here today, as Dylan Young actually got to the race lead.
Yeah, good job for Dylan right there.
And currently the transfer spot appears to either be the 0 or the 00 or the 2.
One car.
Abrahamian, though, got to the back bumper of the 2.
Well, Hendrick won here in season 3 with Seth, so maybe uses some notes from there.
Well, maybe.
As everybody getting a little loose right here, is double wide pack right here.
And now Henry Sanford starting to fall back into the pack a little bit. Maybe this is a strategy for these 2 pole sitters. Try and figure out how their car works in the pack.
Well, Seth missed 6 straight races, but actually this is the site of his last win 70 races ago. Or no, 72 because he missed 6 straight. So Seth is trying to snap that losing streak dating back to that.
72 races, but then it would be 3 years since, as Tim Randolph up near the wall.
He's not up against the wall, he's in the wall.
Well, he got out of it, but loses a lot of ground there through 1 and 2.
Yeah, he was showing some no fear right there.
As now battling with Logan York, Jonathan Zorline up the track again. Here comes Louvier in the 43.
Yeah, transfer spot that last lap was the 00 as Isaac. I think that's
looks like now the transfer spot's going to be the 96 of Brett Moma.
Yeah, that pack is starting to reel back in the front right here.
As 3 wide in front of him, here comes Isaac Flickinger looking for the transfer spot. Not going to be able to get it yet.
Yeah, Moma trying to battle LaPlante for the D&Q title right here. I mean, if he makes the race, I think you'd rather have that than the title.
As Amy Shelley trying to make a move on the 2. That would be for the 18th spot, not even in the race yet.
Yeah, Amy's 30th in owner, so, if she's got to either sub in or she's got to make her race, but she'd rather run her own car.
Well, yeah, because the car is 30th in owners. That's the thing.
Yeah. Bernstrow's not going to be happy with that. 4 wide back there.
Yeah, and that's not exactly where you really need to be 4 wide. They got back down to 3.
Yeah, Halleck and Steve. Well, this Steve Paulo, who's behind you? That's Turner back there.
And Halleck, yeah.
Dylan Young pulling away from Onjack as Seth Cole against the bumper of the 07.
Trying to make it a Hendrick 1-2 here in Duel 2.
Yeah, LeDuc over here. LeDuc actually making a couple races. Good for LeDuc right there. Jeffrey White, highest in the chase grid without a win besides Mary. Am I right or wrong?
No, he's actually the bubble coming into this one.
Thank you. Logan York's now 16th right here. Seth just cannot get that bottom line work with Time Pollard right there.
No, definitely, especially not in 1 and 2. As Henry Sanford trying to figure out how his car works in the pack, trying to see if he can't make a move on the 83. As Time Pollard moves the 5 of Seth Cole.
Well, I'm not getting invited to the Holiday race next year.
As Seth Cole now falls back to 5th for the time being. That's going to allow the 45 to get a run.
Yeah, it's Tim Randolph back to 17th, but he's got some damage on that side. Dixon not doing too hot today either. He's in 20th.
As Logan York around the outside of the 60. That is for the transfer spot.
Yep,
so now the O2 car will race in.
They've missed about 5 to 6 in a row. They're trying to get into the field here today.
Amy Shelley still on that outside looking in. Now it's going to be 3 wide off turn 4.
Yeah, they're racing really aggressive off 4. It's coming down to 1. We're coming down to like 3, 4 to go.
4 to go. Leader had already passed the stripe when you said it. As Logan York to the inside. Shelley trying to use the outside line to her advantage there. And it's going to work at least somewhat. She's still there. A little bit at least. But that's not exactly going to help her for turn 3.
Here comes the Woeful 46.
Austin LaPlante trying to look for a way into the field right now.
I wouldn't do that though, Austin.
Well, he's going to make it 3 wide, and he's going to make it work at least a little bit. Problem is, it's only going to get him up to 19th spot with 3 laps to go. And not on a good line, as the 70 is going to have the advantage here into turn 1.
We haven't seen Austin since Coca-Cola in a race. He's trying really hard.
Right now, the first car on the outside looking in is the 38 of Sky Commons, as there was a battle up here. Time Pollard looking for second. Going to slide up the track, though. That's going to allow Onjak to clear back up into second.
Yeah, you're going to need some help to get up to that lead pack right there. Looks at the help right there.
2 laps to go for Dylan Young in Duel 2.
Yep, transfer spot as they cross the line is still the 02
Still
car.
the 02 of Logan York.
Sky Commons, LaPlante up to 20th. Go LaPlante.
Well, that actually means he lost a spot. He was 19th.
Never mind. 82 car trying to get second in the duel. That's good for him.
As
Justin Shelton up the hack.
Yep. As Henry Sanford's going to try and clear the 5 off turn number 4. He will do so. White flag is out for Dylan Young, though, in Duel 2.
Unlike the first duel where we saw the leader choke on the last lap, looks like this one's going to get done. And looks like Logan York is going to have no threat from Commons.
It doesn't look like there's going to be any issue, at least, yeah.
And Austin LaPlante and Charles Sanford, the woeful careers continue. Sky Commons got to have a say about this.
As they're battling up here at least a little bit. We'll come back here. Sky Commons, can he move the 02 into turn 3?
He's gonna do it. Here he comes.
Here comes the 38.
Yep, here we go. Drag race. Who does Dixon go with the help?
They're going to be side by side to the line. It's going to go to the 02.
Oh, man, that's a photo finish, and that means Sky Commons is going to the house.
Well, it wasn't exactly a photo finish.
Matt Dixon, that's not in the 12th car. 1 provisional left. And Austin, 13. How many? Hold on, let me get the stat while Charles this thing.
As racing their way into the field today in Duel 2, Dylan Young, Peter Onjak, Time Pollard, Seth Cole, Jeffrey White, Jessica Shelton, Chris Wilson, Raphael Leduc, Gene Sanford, Jonathan Zorline, Zach Rogers, Derek Hamill, Chris Olivier, Isaac Flickinger, Brett Moma, and Logan York. By the way, Steven, remember when you said good win to me?
Well, Charles, it's time to retire.
I'd like to say it this way: with the current rating system, the 05 actually had the best driver rating for super speedways for this.
Let me put it. So Charles is at 14 straight, now 15, and LaPlante's at 13 straight. So LaPlante is catching you in your part-time, Charles.
Yeah. So with that said, though, your final thoughts on the duels here?
It was definitely interesting. Looks like you're gonna definitely need some help to pass right here. Looks like Onjak and RCR is gonna have a good chance in the race. Just made the race this week, good for them. After rebound, Chris Louvier 5 straight. Momo races in, but he might be trying to catch LaPlante and Robert in the D&Q race, and Keiderman might go there. We'll see what happens, or he's going to the 83. Logan York finishes 17th. Good to see Logan break that D&Q streak right there. And LaPlante and Charles, they're both at the Golden Gate Bridge right now. Amy Shelley does not race in, so that's going to either be a sub or we're going to have to figure out what's going on with that.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting situation there. Congrats to
Allie, I'm sorry, Charles.
Go ahead.
Allie Nelson does not race her way. That's going to be a D&Q. That's a tough break for Allie after a great Darlington.
Heartbreaking Darlington.
50 laps for the Cup race. I'm not sure about the other 2 series, but definitely going to be interesting. Pit strategy will come into factor, and at the track, when you come out of pit road, blend line was an issue last year, so we'll see what happens during that. And Leduc races in too. Both petty cars made it. That's pretty cool.
All 3 did, actually. Because 49 was a Marathon Oil car.
Yeah, that's true. All 3. That's the first time this year probably that's happened, because he missed out Lynn in the petty car too.
So with that said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Congrats to Dylan Young and Zachary Fitzwater on their dual wins here today. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and race related content. Leave a comment down below if you would like to, as that will also help. For Stephen Paul III, though, I'm Gordon Fan 291, and you've been watching a production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys. Bring some flowers to Charles' shop, please.